Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do the Immortal Hulk, issue number 19 from Marvel Comics. Alex Ross cover, of course. And we're going to continue with the body horror Hulk. I think this is a fun series, but probably most issues, I have some issues with the writing or the way certain people are portrayed in this book. And I'm going to talk about that. So stick around, subscribe to my YouTube channel, leave a comment below, like my videos and all the YouTube stuff. Without further ado, let's dive in. So, oops. God, I'm not going to talk about this. We have, I believe, years ago, a younger Fortune. I'm not sure if he's a private or whatever. And he's talking about, the butterfly being eaten by spiders. There's a moral here or reference, right? Because Betty here says, hey, I hope it escapes. And Fortune says, Captain Fortune, he says that spiders are good, because they are getting rid of the insect populations, and without them, everything will be out of control. So there's some kind of a moral of the story here. And in the end, it's just escaping. Not sure what the moral is, but I don't care. So we have Betty here and General Talbot Ross. Ross Talbot. General Ross, right? He says, stop trying to impress my daughter, right? I got some milk-sub scientists to me. Talking about Bruce Banner, of course. All right, so let me go to the now. We have Dr. McGowan. He's not happy, and she says, hey, the abomination is killing people and... civilians, we need to get them out of here because this is a populated area. But Fortune says, nah, it'll be fine, right? So, and they see what the abomination sees. So the Hulk is attacking the abomination, punched him in the face, but it sees that the abomination has a weapon, like stomach acid. And it seems that it's very effective against the Hulk. He's in pain, and he also realizes that it's not healing, which is strange, right? Noticed how he's, talking normal, right? Like a person with intelligence. Coming back to that a little bit later. Anyway, so not Rick Jones is spewing some acid. I'm 100% sure this is not the real Rick Jones. I believe they are using his DNA, fusing with the abomination creature here to create a new kind of abomination. All right, Hulk is in trouble. But then this guy says, Dr. McGowan has a point, sir. This is a populated area. And that's unfortunate, but sacrifices have to be made, Wilkins. I'm happy to make the hard choices. Yes, sir, but if the civilians in the area inform the police, well, that brings more civilians. This could spiral. He says, nah, it'll be fine. So this woman from the hotel says, help, help. Are you cops? There's something in there. It killed my friend. And there's something else. We know, ma'am. It's all good. We're handling it. Poor woman is dead. So it seems this is all part of Shadow Base's operations. So they are killing everyone that tried to, escape and call the cops. Right? But then a voice, Jackie McGee, from the, the reporter. He says, uh-oh. Agent Hurst, was it? And they turn around and Betty Ross, also known as the Harpy, is with them. And this story is more about Betty, or this particular part is about Betty, than about the Hulk, which is I'm fine with. There's some things that I don't like about this. So she says, you killed her. Why? Orders. All right. Of course you can. Yeah, she's attacking. And she says, or in the narrative says, I am not kind. I'm not a nice person. I am not an endless loving, not endlessly forgiving. I'm not your soulmate. I'm not for you at all. All right, so she's here killing people left and right. And that's my gripe. Betty Ross is not a murderer. She's not a killer. And I noticed that, in this, the Hulk in the past has the Hulk doesn't kill, ever, right? Because that's not how the Hulk is built. He has some kind of a moral compass about it, but that's totally gone with, Immortal Hulk. And to a certain degree, I can get it. But, what I don't like is that now every gamma irradiated, is that how I say it? Creature is now become a murderer or killer. Now you can say that this is probably a persona of Betty Ross, and that she might not know that her harpy persona is killing people left and right. But I'm not entirely sure, actually, because she's still talking about herself with some kind of intelligence here. I'm not the wind beneath your wings because I have wings of my own, fangs. And she says, this is me, all of me. And then she talks to McGee. Or McGee says, hey, why did you kill them? They only have guns. They're all dead. She says, yeah, they're all dead. Bowing over this woman. And she says, we could have questioned them. They are soldiers. No insignia, no marking, no rules. Mercenaries, maybe? Not soldiers. They have killed you. They have killed you. Still might. More out there. They might. I'm only human. But you're a Hulk. You have the power to not do this. But this is me, she says. I like it. I mean, when McGee is basically the moral compass here, have moral, human values, preserving life. People don't kill, that's a given. But it seems that the Harpy has a different view on those things. And that's, I don't like that personally, because I don't want to be, that the Hulks are going around killing and maiming people the whole time just because they are, I don't know, threatened or something. I mean, this looks like modern X-Men. They are killers too, somehow. Anyway. So it would have been nice if the writer would say, hey, at one point, the Harpy would revert back to Betty Ross, just like Bruce Banner is Hulk reverting back to Bruce Banner. And they are, don't like what their alter ego is doing, right? So having, a conflict of interest. When Bruce Banner is in, Bruce Banner form, human form, he dislikes what the Hulk is doing, in the past, right? But if it all blends together, and you are accepting that you are killing people, you are no better than the villains that you are fighting, in my opinion. All right, moving on. Fortune says, send more men. All right. And then we have a little bit of a flashback in this, I believe, the kitchen of this hotel. And we see a flashback of Betty Ross when she was younger, when she has a conflict with Bruce Banner. She's probably talking to Bruce Banner here. And this guy's all praying, oh, help me, help me. McGee is looking because, she realizes he's scared, right, of the monster. But then we go here. And still the narrative going, She said, I'm hard, I'm sharp, and raw, I'm bloody, I'm vengeful. If I am to you a monster, then I am only too proper fit for this world. The world you made. I believe she's still blaming Bruce for all the problems, which is, I don't think, entirely fair, but not also untrue if you are, following the Hulk comics for a very, very long time. But, the Hulk here is in deep trouble. And notice that he's not speaking with intelligence anymore. This is he speaks like the childlike Hulk, from the 70s, 80s, 90s. And then Fortune says, hey, let's see what she's doing. And he's very impressed, because he doesn't know this creature. He knows that she is Betty, right? But know what this creature can do, and that intrigues him. I like that, But still, he says, I know you're in there, the boy man. And I thought that she was talking about the abomination, but she is talking about the Hulk. He says, these aren't gamma mutates we know, Wilkins. This is the next stage. Look at her. We have to see. We have to see what she'll do. But then the Hulk says, hey, I hear you, Betty. Are you there? But he doesn't have eyes. But then she's clawing at his chest. And I thought, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then she knows that she is in pain. Now, if this is a flashback, or this is maybe her looking through Harpy, that her conscience is maybe, just maybe, see what Harpy is doing. She wished pain on the Hulk, which Like I said, I have some problems with that. But also that the Hulk is basically begging, not to hurt her or hurt him. The Hulk never begs. Ever. He's the strongest one there is. And even if he is dying, he never begs. Right? Not like this. He's really acting like a child now. And he says, "Help, Hulk." The Hulk doesn't say that. So she rips open his chest and yeah, gruesome. And then the Hulk is dead. And she says, "But the Betty's Hulk friend." And she says, "No, this is me." And she's munching on all his organs. That leads us to the next issue. Yeah, like I said, I'm not sure if I like it. I know the anger of Betty. I can understand, but killing people, for me, that is a bridge too far. It seems that the writer deliberately make her edgy killer, and yeah, if you go that route, you can never come back. Even if these are evil guys, but you rip them apart like they are, insects. Reference here. Right? All right, guys, let me know in the comments what you think about this. I see you next time. Bye-bye.